Hello everyone, my name is Alex Posidelov and today I'm gonna show you how to speed up and simplify HTML and CSS work using my online converter. I usually divide any HTML and CSS work into three steps. First step is creating HTML code. The second step is creating empty CSS or Sass selectors that describe our HTML code. And third step is filling up our selectors with CSS properties. And in this video I'm gonna show you how to speed up the second step. And as an example, I'll pick this simple page. It consists of title and two parts, the list and form. Let's start with first step. I'll open my HTML file and I have HTML code for this page created, but I'll go through it quickly. As root element we have contact div. It consists of two parts, div title group and form. Div title group consists of link and list with 4 items inside. Each item has class for icon. The form consists of 3 text fields, 2 inputs and 1 text area and submit button. And 3 text fields wrapped into div with form list class. Let's move to next step, but before showing you my method, I'm gonna show you how I would implement the second step without my online converter. Because I want you to estimate and compare difference between them. And you will see how much operations it's each one. I'll copy class of root div, switch between files, write a dot and paste class name, create brackets, create spaces. Go back to HTML file, copy title group class, go back, dot, paste, brackets, spaces. Same with link, title, brackets, space, h2, list, так, ul dot contact list, brackets, spaces. Here we will have 4 classes because most of them have separate styles, different styles. Так, ready. So next this is a form. Copy ID of form. After this div, form, name of form, tag of form, form list, copy form list, brackets, enter. Here we will have 3 IDs, name field, brackets, email field, description. Okay, and last input is button send. We will paste it here. As you can see, this method makes us to use a lot of copyings, pastings, switching between files, making spaces, etc. All these actions take a lot of time and energy. Now I'll show you my method. I go back to HTML file and copy all HTML code. I go back to browser and open my online converter by clicking on my bookmark. Here I have HTML field with selected content, so I can click Ctrl V to paste and replace all content by default. After pasting, I have all my HTML code is formatted by automatically, and the styles was generated automatically as well. Style is generated in CSS format by default. You can also switch to CSS mode and they will be regenerated automatically in CSS format. But I use SCSS by default and it's okay for me. Also, converter has a number of settings, such as selector tag name, selector priority, class order, row tags, and exclusions. Excluded classes with list of all classes that are present in HTML code, all IDs that are present in HTML code, and all tags that are present in HTML code. In our example, I would add to excluded tags the BR tag because I don't want to have any styles for this tag. So I pick BR tag and I don't see anymore any BR styles, selectors for BR tag. Next, I will set up tags with ID option for selector tag name setting. Tags with ID option allows me to see all tags that have only ID attribute. In our case, this is form tag because form tag has only ID attribute. If I select tags with ID, I will see tag name for this tag because I needed to recognize where is my form. Second, what I will set up with settings is the goal is to see my IDs for inputs, for text input, for email input, and for text area. Now I can see only two classes, form control and form text, because form control has both inputs and form text has text area. To see IDs for these fields, I need to put selector priority as ID. It means that if tag has ID attribute and class attribute, both of attributes, it means that we will see in this case only ID attribute. But if tag doesn't have ID attribute, we will see in this case class attribute. So in this case, automatically styles was updated and we can see input name field, input email field, and text area description, everything we need. Raw text setting means that we can hide all tags that have no class or ID attribute. In our case, we have only one tag, this is H2. So if we click remove all, we will the H2 will be disappeared. But in our case, I think it's helpful to have H2 without classes. So I'll move back and in what else I need to fix here. I think I would remove lCenter class, because lCenter class only need to make div be centered, and it can be described in another file. So I put lCenter class into exclusions, and now I will see into places title group and form list. So title group now instead of lCenter, and form list instead of lCenter class. So I think that's it. And now I click on copy button, and the text is selected now and copied to buffer automatically. So I don't need to click any Ctrl+C shortcuts, and I'll go back to my editor, go back to SCSS file, select all, remove, and I click Ctrl+V and see all my styles in my editor. Very simple and very convenient. I made only several operations like opening converter, copied HTML code, pasted HTML code, just some playing with interface, and copied styles and pasted back to my editor. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you enjoyed. Leave the comments and till the next time.